appreciate you joining us tonight. My name is Trey. Many of you know that. The great news that I'm going to announce tonight is that you soon will have other people doing this training. And I'm as excited about it as I'm sure most of you on this Zoom are after hearing me do this for so many weeks. But what I do on this particular Zoom, this isn't an opportunity meeting. We do those on Monday nights. What I do tonight is try to, within reasonable amount of time, give you as many highlights of the opportunity and the training that you could possibly grab. I will tell you that there are other ongoing trainings as well that happen on a daily basis inside the company. So get plugged into your organizations, into your groups, especially the Facebook groups. You'll find that a lot of them are posted there. There's a lot of updates there. You can also make sure you're on our text message list for Navan. I'm going to tell you how to get involved with that because we send out alerts as to trainings and messages and things that are happening within inside the company. So again, 100,000 foot view tonight. We're going to go as fast as we can and still try to give you as much detail as possible. So we do appreciate you joining us. Again, Trey Knight, and I am one of the co-founders of this company, and very excited that you've decided to join us at a moment in time where just some amazing things are happening inside our company. So we appreciate you joining us tonight. Let's go ahead and get started real quick. First thing I want to do is, obviously, for many of you that you know or received an email yesterday, we have very quietly opened Canada. And the reason being is we want to give the people that are coming on board in Canada right now the opportunity to get the word out to their friends and family and business relationships that they want to get positioned into the company early on. And as we build over the next 2 weeks, couple weeks toward May, you're going to hear more announcements and more noise from the company about our move to Canada. We're super excited about it. On the right-hand side of the screen, if you're on the Zoom tonight and you can see that, what you will see are the packs, the member packs to join with. I won't go into a lot of detail right now about them. I will tell you that we want to have a global presence. In other words, a global compensation plan, global entry point, global opportunity for everybody. And so we created consistency across the member packs, the joining member packs. The one thing that most of you will notice is that the RegenX, which is the HGH booster cream, is not in those packs. It's still available on the website for purchase. You can buy it individually. You can have it in your auto ship. It's just there is an ingredient in that product that, although healthy and all natural, Canada does not appreciate. So we have removed it in order to keep consistency across all of our packs. So just wanted to give you a heads up on that as we begin to launch that. Most of you know these numbers and emails already, but I like to touch on it just so everybody knows. We have multiple ways to get in contact with our customer service group in Navan. You can email us at support@Navan Global. There's a phone number that's listed. It's also listed multiple places in the website and back office. And then also on your individual Navan back office dashboards, there is a help little button that you can hit. And what that does is sends a help desk ticket straight to our customer service. So multiple ways to get in contact. I know a lot of companies are moving away from phones and some of the live communications. Unfortunately or fortunately, depending on your point of view, we have continued to have available the ability for people to pick up the phone and talk to a live person. So hopefully that doesn't offend anyone and has helped in some way as you get started here at Navan. On the right-hand side of that screen, you're going to see ways to connect with us. I will tell you at the bottom, you see text Navan Life to that phone number. If you want to get on the text alert list, all you need to do is text Navan Life to that phone number, and you will get a text message anytime that something's happening from the corporate side of Navan. Navan for Life is our Instagram page, and @Navan for Life is our Facebook. There's also a private Facebook group called We Are Navan. If you want to participate there, I will tell you that there's a lot of information, stories, trainings, and other things, communications that are in that private Facebook group that's really designed for the members only. So I would highly recommend that you plug into that as you get started in the business. The first thing we're going to do tonight is I'm going to go through with you the compensation plan. And throughout the compensation plan, the rewards plan, I'm going to tell you some things that are probably more important than the technical parts of the plan. And the reason I do that is because it's really important to understand why we created this plan and why, you know, most of you have been on the opportunity call, so you know the reason that we created Navan. You know, it's a vehicle to be used by people where we position the members and customers as the primary asset of the company. And we believe that Navan should be a vehicle that allows you to use it to whatever degree you want to, for whatever reason you want to, whether it's better health, better wealth, time freedom, whatever it is, it should be your vehicle and not vice versa. So very important differentiator between us and most companies in the direct selling industry. The comp plan that you're going to see was created for two reasons. One, absolute transparency, and that what that means to you is that you would understand exactly how, when, and what you needed to do to get paid. That was the most important part. And the second piece that's important about it is that there is not an option for the company at any point in time to manipulate the compensation plan. And for those of you that have been in the direct selling industry for any period of time or had any experience at a level of a company, there's a multitude of things that I think you'll align with when I start talking about this. One of them being is that from month to month, you never know what you're going to get paid. And you can create almost the same amount of volume month to month, and the check would be very different. And so we wanted to take that out. There's no reason for that, because in my opinion, the company collected the revenue from the sale of whatever the product was. So why should your compensation for that sale have some variable that creates inconsistency to you? And so we created this compensation plan and we made it simple by design. It's not easy to make it as simple as we have, but it is by design. And I'll talk to you about pieces of it as we go through it. There's only 4 ways to get paid at Navan. And the first and the last ways, the first one and the last one, are paid weekly, just so you can put that in your brain as I'm talking. And then the middle 2 pieces that you're going to see, 2 and 3, are monthly, because they're based on volume that is generated throughout the entire month. Whereas the first and the last are based on one-time transactions in any given week. So the first way to get paid at Navan is through our, what we call our customer acquisition bonus. Guys, you've heard me talk about Costco and the way in which we created this compensation plan. Our business is very similar to that. It's a membership referral-based business. We don't sell anything to anybody. We're not trying to entice people to do things. We simply consume and therefore reap the benefits of it. And because of those benefits, we begin to share it. Whether it's product-based or opportunity-based, doesn't matter. It's the same process for both. What we decided to do is treat the model very similar to what you would find out there in the generic marketplace, in corporate America, in the retail space. Why? Because that's familiar to people. You don't have to change the entire process of the way people transact their lives in order to understand some unique compensation plan. So step 1 is you become a member, and you become a member by joining at any one of those packs. Same way, if you go to Costco to be a member, you pay a member fee. That member fee gives you a card that allows you then to go inside the building and purchase things at a wholesale price. Same thing here. The only difference being is that inside of our member packs is products. There is no difference joining as a $2.99, $4.99, or $9.99, except the amount of product that you receive in each one of the packs. There's no special treatment. You can maximize the compensation plan at $2.99 just like you can at $9.99. Just so you understand, there's no gotchas, there's no special treatment, there's no reason to try and entice somebody to go buy a $9.99 pack because the only benefit to them is if they want more product. Some people have retail establishments where they want a retail product, or some people like to sample product. And therefore, they're willing to join at a $9.99 membership pack and use that product both for themselves and then to retail and or sample. Some people just want enough product to get started. They don't even know what this is yet. They want to try it. So they're coming in at a $2.99 pack, less product. Then the $4.99 gives you one of everything. So just so you understand that, once you're a member and you decide that you want to share this with someone else and they become a member, that's where the customer acquisition bonus comes into play. When they join as a member, you're going to get paid a one-time bonus of $75, $125, or $250, depending on which membership pack they decide to buy. It's a one-time deal. And the pay period is weekly. So this starts on Monday, ends on Sunday at midnight. Anything that happens within inside that week, you will get paid the following Friday for this part of our compensation plan. And the idea there is simple, folks. It's that we understand that $300, $500, or $1,000 is a lot of money for most people. And so we want to take the pressure off of people joining as members. And so we wanted to create a way in which if you found value in what you received, you would then share that and be able to recoup the cost of your membership as fast as possible with the minimum amount of effort. And so as you can tell, if you joined at $2.99 and you had 3 people join you at $125, you pretty much are back. Well, we went even one step further and understand the mindset behind why we do this. It's very simple. It's like any other impulsive buy that you do. Let's say you go to the store or the mall one time and you buy some shoes, you take them home, all of a sudden you realize that you spent money that you really didn't want to spend. You start to get buyer's remorse and you take them back. Same thing with guys with a golf club or a shotgun, whatever it is, doesn't matter what it is. It's the same thing here. All we want to do as a company is to have you consume the products, because we know once you put the products in your body, the effect, the positive effect of those products will get you to continue to use the products. That's the whole intent of the company. So the only reason people wouldn't do that is if there's some kind of a negative event happening by spending that money. So we take away that negative by giving you the opportunity to recoup that money very quickly. And we even make it better and richer than any company that I'm aware of anyway, currently in the industry. And that is, if 2 or more people join you in a week, in a pay period, Monday to Sunday at midnight, 2 or more join you, and they happen to join on a $4.99 or $9.99 membership pack, then we're going to double those bonuses that are paid. And we're going to retro it back to the first person. So it's not like one person joins and then the second one joins and you get paid double on the second one. We retro it back and pay you double on both of them. So $4.99, which used to pay $125, now pays $250. Same thing. $9.99 that used to pay $250, now pays $500. So it's real simple to see how quickly you can recoup the cost of your membership pack. The other thing I will tell you, folks, is that there's no limit here. Please, please, please pay attention. I want you to take advantage of this. There is no limit to the amount of people that you can enroll in a week. You know, some companies that have pieces to their startup like this limit the amount of people that you can do that with, or they limit the time period that you can do it. You can bring as many people as you want per week, and you can do it for as many weeks as you want. There is no gotchas. There's no negative event happening around that. And it's a very simple concept, is that we treat our compensation plan in buckets. Therefore, we pay out on this membership pack. And again, on average, everything that you're going to see over what we talk about, the compensation plan, pays out on average 50 to 51% of every dollar that comes in through the door goes back out in the compensation plan. I don't know of another company, to my knowledge, that does that. Some claim to do it. On average, the industry average is about 32 to 36%. Some companies get up into the mid 40s. We actually, on average, pay out in excess of 50%. Just so you know that, put that in the back of your head. By the way, that is the most important number that you need to recognize. The mechanics of a compensation plan have no effect on you because you have no effect on them. Think about that. People want to know the details and the mechanics of the compensation plan. The only thing I ever wanted to know as a builder in the field was what makes the comp plan work. I don't want to know all the pieces. Just tell me what activity I have to do tomorrow that's going to maximize the compensation plan and allow me to not leave any money on the table. That's all I ever wanted to know. And so think about it this way. I want to align myself with a company who, by their own choice, has decided to pay out the maximum possible on the revenue brought in from the sale of their products and the introduction of the opportunity to people. That's the company I want to align myself with. Somebody that is a company that's made a decision to pay out the most possible to the field, because therein is their commitment to the asset and their belief that the asset is the people that participate in the opportunity. These are strategy, folks, that if you're going to pick a company, pick a strategy, not the mechanics. It's very important because you want it to align with whatever you're trying to do and wherever you're trying to get. So if there's anything in this strategy that doesn't align for you, you need to throw up a red flag and be talking to somebody about getting that clarified. So this is just a simple example of what we talked about prior. You become a member at $4.99. Now listen, if I change that to $2.99, the next part of this conversation would not change. $2.99, $4.99, $9.99 does not have any effect on what you get paid for people that you enroll. So you enroll 3 people, each one of them during a week are $4.99. You're going to get paid double customer acquisition bonuses, or $250 for each one of those. You do that in a week, there's 3 of them. Next Friday, you would get a check for $750. Whether you came in at $2.99 or $4.99, you now have very quickly, within the scale of 5 to 7 days, earned your initial membership pack back. And the only reason we do that, folks, again, it's the strategy. It takes away the pressure of you potentially wanting to return it because the money you're spending is needed somewhere else. Now you're basically getting to consume the products for free. So why wouldn't you take it? That's the only thing the company wants, is you to consume the products. Therefore, we want to make it possible for you to do that. Second part of our compensation plan, this is a monthly part of what I'm getting ready to show you. And this is probably the best part for most of you, and it's the monthly team commissions. We took out the guesswork inside the compensation plan. There's 2 pieces that you want to know. One, 51%, 50+% on average paid out. But number 2, what you're going to see in just a minute, I'm going to talk to you about ultimate transparency from a company standpoint. So our compensation plan is a 1-page comp plan. There's only 4 ways to get paid. This is the comp plan that you're looking at. There is nothing else other than a second page that has the definitions that describe those names that are in the gray up there. Whether it's the rank name, the PV, the PA, the qualified OV, those things which are foreign to most people that are new to the industry, there is another page that gives you an exact description of what that is so that you can refer to that, and this all begins to make sense. The 2 things that I want to show you in this compensation plan, the 2 most important, are on the left-hand side in white, and on the probably the 3rd or 4th column in that's highlighted there, not in gray. What that is rank is just the position that you have inside the company and the dollar amount that you get paid for that rank. Now, if you're new and don't understand compensation plans, please don't try to understand this. If you are from the industry, this will make a little bit of sense to you, but it's a little confusing because most people have never participated. So let's go to the strategy first. Why did we create the compensation plan the way we did? It's very simple. I believe that you should get paid or have the ability to earn on 100% of your activity, period. I was on the phone with a lady today, and this lady is a builder in another company, and she has a couple million in volume going through her business per month. Very successful lady. And the conversation was very quick to say, in the way in which that compensation plan builds, is that she doesn't get paid on probably 80% of the volume that she creates because the comp plan cuts out at certain parts. And I don't know another industry in the world where a salesperson or a representative only gets paid a percentage of their efforts and or a percentage of a variable of their efforts. And so all we wanted to do is say, okay, if you started it, you should be rewarded for it. We're going to allow you to be rewarded for 100% of the volume. Volume is going to create a rank. In other words, the volume gets you to a certain rank. That rank pays out a fixed number. Why is that important? Well, two reasons. One, because it creates consistency and there's no variable. So how many of you have been in the industry, and this is a great example, where you had 100,000 volume one month and you had 105,000 volume the next month, or 95, either way you want to look at it. And that's a small percentage of variance. But yet when you received your compensation, the dollar amount from one month and the dollar amount from the second month were vastly different. It's because it's not paid on that volume. It's paid on other variables that you have no way to understand or validate. And they change from month to month because it's a percent of something that you can't calculate. That's why comp plans are extremely complicated for most people, because they're designed that way. In my opinion, they're designed so you don't understand how much you didn't get paid. So we wanted to take away that confusion, but you still have to create a compensation plan that at a certain rank or volume pays equal to or greater than anything else you can find out there. And by choosing to pay what we pay in the comp plan, we very quickly were able to do that. So I'll take away the grays for a second just to give you an idea, is that as a manager, as a sapphire, as a emerald, you need a certain amount of volume. So if you go to the third column, it tells you how much volume you need. And if you look at sapphire, it's 10,000 in volume. If you have 10,000 in volume and you've personally enrolled 2 people, you're going to get paid $1,700 for that month, that volume. If you and your team, your organization create 10,000 in volume and you have personally enrolled 2 people as members, you're going to get paid in the residual part of our compensation plan, $1,700. And we've vetted this against multiple companies, and what you will find is we pay a lot more. That's just a fact. If you go and just jump down to the diamond rank in our business, and diamond, you can see the number 3 beside it, beside the 200. Number 3 means that you've enrolled 3 people. You have 3 teams, and it's 100,000 in organizational volume. That would pay you $15,000. Now, you can go vet any comp plan you want and show me where $15,000 is consistently paid every month for 100,000 in volume. It doesn't exist, folks. And you can go through this all the way down through. What I want to kind of give you is an insight from my point of view in the company that we built in. And that is, I had $4.2 million in volume, 4.2 million in volume going through my business on a monthly basis. And when you think about that, that's a lot of volume. It's a lot of people. Here's what I will tell you. Go down to the bottom of that page that you're looking at right there from us, and apologize, it's buffering, and look at the presidential diamond position. That's 2 million in qualified organization volume, 2 million less than I had on a monthly basis going through my business. If you had that in our compensation plan, you would make $220,000 in monthly residual income. I never, ever, ever made anything close to $220,000 on 4 million in volume. Why? Because I was in a unilevel compensation plan where after the 8th level, I no longer got paid on the volume. That's what I talk about when I say that compensation plans, binaries or unilevels, doesn't matter which one you want to talk about, they are unfair because you get paid only on a percentage of what you start instead of, the great thing about it is I still had to show up and help the person on level 10, 12, 15, 20, 30, 40, whatever level it was on, in order to keep the organization going, in order to keep building the organization, in order to keep people prospering. But I wasn't getting paid on that. Here at Navan, we've taken that away. Now the question becomes, where does that money go in other comp plans? Most of you know the answer to that. I won't allude to it. We took out all of that noise inside this comp plan. So the pieces of it are very simple. Now, here's the last part of this, which is more important to you than any other part. How many of you have had a compensation plan that's been manipulated by a company, and or the comp plan has been changed such that you're negatively impacted? Well, when you use a gross volume, fixed dollar amount payout, here's what you can go to sleep tonight knowing. The company cannot manipulate that dollar amount. In other words, if you're a diamond, we can't pay you 1 month $14,250 and the next month $15,000. It can't be manipulated. You know exactly how much you're going to get paid. And what's cool about it is you know exactly what you need to do to generate whatever income stream you want to create. If you want $4,000 a month, you know that you have to build an organization that creates 25,000 in volume, period. So that's the simplicity around the pieces of our compensation plan. And the way in which the compensation plan works in this piece, what we call a waterfall effect, we're having a lot of people that have never, they're not big recruiters and they've never had a lot of success in the industry, making more money than they've ever made. And they don't understand why, yet they plugged into the activity needed to make that. Therefore, they are. And that's the unique part of this compensation plan. So the third way to get paid is rank advancement bonuses. It's very simple. We just want to celebrate you as you rank advance. As you go from one rank to the next inside the compensation plan, we want to celebrate you. So it's just another way to get paid. If you go from executive to sapphire, you're going to get paid a one-time bonus of $2,000. If you go from ruby to emerald, you're going to get paid $8,000. You're going to qualify for $8,000 in bonus to be paid out. We don't pay this out like most companies over, 12 months or 18 months like so many companies do. What we do, and you can see the qualifications for the payout of the bonuses on the right-hand side of that one-page document right there. So some of them are paid immediately. Some of them you qualify for, then it's paid out in 2 monthly payments. Just so you understand, I don't think that's a whole lot to do. And the reason we did that, again, let's go to the strategy of why we did that. It's not because we're trying to spread out the payments. It's because we want to avoid people being able to run to a rank, hit a bonus, get the bonus, and then their business stop. We want to make sure that we've incentivized people in a way in which once they build that organization, the following month, they will maintain that organization. And what that really does is just creating a solid, secure check for you individually and for your team. So that's the reason we do that, but we still limit the amount of time in which we do that. The fourth way to get paid here are customers. I will tell you that we simplified in the launch. Remember, we're a startup company for some of you, even though we act like a 3-year-old company and a lot of the stuff that we do, we are really technically in the early stage of maturity for a company. And so we wanted to keep the customer piece of our business very simple right now. And we decided, how do you maximize and the customer part of it? Because not everybody wants to be a member and buy it wholesale. Some people want to just be customers. Some people want to try it before they join. And so what we ended up doing was we just said, for every dollar that is purchased through your website by a retail customer, we are going to pay you 20% of that dollar. And that would be paid on the following Friday that it was purchased. And so I will tell you, though, over time, we are going to introduce a preferred customer program and other things around the customer side of our business because, fortunately for us, and maybe it's the product mix or maybe it's just the way in which we launched our company, we have a lot of customers. And the nice thing about them, a lot of them are repeating customers. And so we want to be able to take advantage of that and offer them a program where they can also have the ability to buy at wholesale pricing or better pricing if they are a recurring retail customer. They don't have to join the business. They may not need the opportunity or want the opportunity, or at least they don't think they do now. And so if you're a recurring customer, which we have a lot of, then we want to make sure that you have the opportunity to benefit as well. But we wanted to keep that simple, guys. Our compensation plan is not built on a percentage of something. It's not built on like some companies where you get paid a percentage of a BV, which is a percentage of a dollar amount. We don't have any of those shenanigans or games inside our comp plan. Everything's built on the dollar. Listen, and my thought process around this after 25 years of corporate restructurings and turnarounds and seeing about every way companies can not be run correctly in an effort to create absolute transparency inside of this, because, you know, trust comes from transparency. And it's one thing that we say you should trust us. It's another thing when we make it so transparent that there's nowhere for you to create doubt. And that's what we're trying to do at Navan. We just want to take away all the doubt. We know the industry has not, in some cases, left a great perception in a lot of people's minds. And so in an effort to change that and become what we think we will become, just a better company, is that we want to create as much transparency as possible. And the way to do that is just to take away the perception of people that things can be manipulated because they're not understood. Let's just make them simple. And if you make them simple and people effectively do the things necessary to achieve the ranks or the customer participation, then they should get paid on 100% of their efforts, not on some percentage of it. It just makes no sense to me as a now owner of a company. So the last piece of this that I'm going to share with you, which is, again, the most strategic part of it is, folks, I have never, ever wanted to understand a comp plan as I was a builder in the field. As an owner, I do want to understand it, and we have created a very special and unique compensation plan. But please understand, we have not created anything special. This isn't some new, never been done before thing. The most important part of this to you is that the transparency in which the comp plan cannot be manipulated. Your payout cannot be manipulated, number one. Number two is the fact that we pay on average 50+% every single dollar that comes into the door. And then the third part that's more important than anything is you want to understand, what do I have to do for that comp plan to pay out and me not have to learn all the pieces of it? Well, we call that the play. It's the last little circle there you see on that page. And the play, what it is, it's just a simple method to help you grow your Navan business by default. If you do this activity, your Navan business is going to grow and you're going to have the success and you're not going to leave anything on the table. That's all the play is designed to do. And it's to help also get back your initial membership fee within your first 30 days. What does that mean? How do you do it? You just become a manager. Most of you saw that manager is one of the first ranks we have inside of our compensation plan. I'm going to share with you how to become a manager and why that's important. And effectively, if you personally enroll two members on a membership pack, then you are a manager if you have accumulated 500 in qualified volume. That's the absolute technical description of a manager. What I will tell you is that we build in threes, and you'll see why in just a minute. To maximize our compensation plan, to leave no money on the table, which is what the play is designed to do, is what we teach is we show you how to become a member, and then we show you how to get 3 people to do what you did, become a member. When you do that, you now have 500 points in volume, and you are a manager. Everything in our compensation plan, volume-wise, is divisible by 500. Therein comes the play. So if you know how to be a manager, you can go to the top of our compensation plan. Give you a great example. You join at $299, and we built this model, by the way, if you notice, on the minimum member pack, because I want you to understand there's no gotchas. You can maximize the comp plan if you and everybody you enrolled came in at $299. So you join at $299. What that does is there's 225 personal qualified volume points that are going to go to you. Then you have 3 people that join as members at $299. Each of those, 125 of those points get counted towards your volume. So there's 125 for each one of those. Each one of them individually would get 225 just like you did. But as a total organization, you recognize very quickly that there's 500 points there. You're going to earn $75 in cabs times 3, it's $225. Now, what we're assuming here is that each one of those people came in a different weekly pay period so that nothing doubles here. I wanted to make it as simple can be. Manager Elite, because you did it in 30 days or less, is going to pay you a rank advancement bonus of $100, and your monthly team commission for manager is $100. So in the worst case scenario, you would have made in the slowest possible time over the course of 30 days. Let's say you're not a rock star. You don't do it in the first week. You don't do it in the second week or third week, but you do it by the time the end of the month comes along. You're going to get paid $425 for simply enrolling 3 people to become members here at Navan. Again, all built around us taking away the pressure of spending money at a time of uncertainty like we have today. So, okay, Trey, I get that, but now how does that get me to the top of the compensation plan? Very simple. If I teach you how to be a manager, in other words, you and 3 people. So I've showed you how to talk to, introduce, and enroll 3 people. My next conversation with you and your next conversation is, well, Trey, I'd like to continue to advance to the next rank and generate more income. I said, well, do you now know how to become a manager? Yeah, I enroll 3 people on membership packs. Do you think that you can show those 3 people what I showed you how to become a manager? Well, of course I can. So I simply have to go help those people get 3 people. Yes, that's all you do. You become what we call a manager making factory. And for every manager that you create, it's 500 in organizational volume to you. Therefore, you now have created an organization of 1,500 in organizational volume. You're a director. And wherever you want to go next, it's just about managers. You want to see the people that make the most money in our company, I could tie it directly to the person who creates the most managers. That's the simplest way to train the activity necessary to go build a compensation plan. Enroll, become a manager, teach the people that you enrolled how to become a manager, and never get bored with that process. Make it as simple and as easy as you can. Take away all the guesswork and just become a manager making factory, and you'll advance through our compensation plan. And what's even more important, folks, is you will not leave money on the table. We do not build in binary mindsets. We do not build in stacking mindsets. We don't do any of that stuff. Our compensation plan works from left to right, top to bottom. And because it's 100% of the volume applies, you don't care where the volume is. It's not relevant in our comp plan. It will be the hardest thing for most people to get their brain wrapped around. But yet, once you understand it, you're like, wow, I wish I would have had this before. It's as simple as wash, rinse, and repeat. If you never get bored with the basics and just become a manager making factory, you will maximize that compensation plan. So now that you understand that piece of the puzzle, and we've kind of simplified the whole process of network marketing compensation plans, what I want to do is take you into our product side of our business. And obviously, I don't have enough time to give you all the details. What I will point you to, folks, is that it's very important. All the COAs, and what a COA is a certificate of analysis. It's an independent third-party lab that tests our products. Every one of our products, not only just the CBD products, which most companies will have COAs for their CBD products. We have a COA for every product. It's on our website, published so that you can go get it, download it, read it, look at it, verify it, validate it, whatever you want to do. Also on that website are the uses of the product and the product label. All right. Again, with an intent to be totally transparent so that you know what it is that you are, number one, purchasing, where it's coming from, and you understand what's in it before you put it into your body. Now, let's talk strategy again on our product basis. We do this again, some people say it's simple by design. We did create it that way, but there's a very strategic reason that we do what we do. And it goes back to our tagline that's called Make Way for the Good. It's a simple yet effective 3-step approach to wellness. And it's all based on those three elements right there: cleanse, restore, and protect. We believe in order for the body to have the ability to benefit in advance of putting anything good into the body, you have to get the bad stuff out. And for most of you that went through the opportunity overview, you know what I'm talking about, from heavy metals, toxicity, pesticides, herbicides, things that are bombarding our bodies every single day from the simple fact of our environment. If we wake up and breathe air, drink water, take showers, wash our clothes, use detergents, we are on a daily basis bombarding ourselves with heavy metal contaminants. So if you can imagine, from the time you're born until wherever you are in life's process right now, every day you've been bombarded. So can you imagine by the time you're 50 something years old, like I am, the amount of buildup of sludge that's in your body? So unless that protein shake is made out of kryptonite, the likelihood of it really being super effective to me is limited. Why? Because I've got all this bad stuff in my body that I really need to get out of. And if I could just get some of that stuff out of my body, think about the way in which the efficacy of those products that I want to put into my body, how much better they're going to work. Not to mention, the body was designed to heal itself, to regenerate. So if I could get rid of the stuff that's causing the body to create the aging and the disease symptoms like inflammation and toxicity, can you imagine how much better the body would feel? The natural energy that would come back, the effectiveness of the products that I began to use. So that was our strategy. Let's don't talk about treating symptoms. Let's don't talk about, the next berry from the Amazon that's going to make you leap tall buildings, or some super high, delivery system that's going to shoot right past everything that could stop it right into the affected part of your body. It doesn't matter if the body's toxic. Those are all gimmicks. What we want to talk about is, how do we get the bad stuff out? So we go into a different mindset. Step one is cleanse. The reason it's cleanse is because of what I just explained to you. 219 toxic pollutants in our bodies at any given time. Heavy metals, pesticides, dioxins, preservatives. Guys, you can't avoid them. And once you understand this to the degree that I do, 4 years ago when I got introduced to this and I realized what was happening to my body, I swore that I would never, ever, ever again be without the first two products that I'm going to share with you. They are the most amazing products on planet Earth. Everybody should be on them. And it sets the stage for giving the body the ability to begin to heal itself, which ultimately is your goal. If you want gimmicky things that are going to address symptoms, then this strategy probably isn't for you. But if you really want to effectively understand our strategy as a company, because from the point of getting rid of toxicity and bad stuff, now no matter what we do, it's going to benefit you. And even if you don't want to be a part of our company and you're in some other company, for example, you're in some protein shake or coffee company or whatever, you still want to consume our products, because now the efficacy of your products is only going to escalate. So it's a win-win from a strategy mindset around our products. The other thing I will tell you is that the products are all natural. So the first product is what you see right there. It's our Daily Detox Plus. The gentleman that creates this product for us is the godfather of zeolites, in my opinion. His name is Rick Deitch. He's an amazing guy. You should go to our website, the resource section, check out his video where he explains this way better than I can. And you'll really understand what this is. But it's a zeolite product. It's a micronized clinoptilolite. And what that does, just so you understand, is you're going to take a dropper of that under your tongue twice a day. And what it does is it enters into the bloodstream, and while it's in the bloodstream, the zeolite it looks like a honeycomb structure. But the most important part of it in a micronized product like we have is that it's negatively charged. Why is that important? Because its job is just to grab things and then flush them out of the body. All you're trying to do is bind those toxins and get them out. So it acts like a magnet. It's negatively charged. Toxins are positively charged. It grabs them before they can attack cells. And then you just naturally eliminate them from the body by going to the bathroom. Here's the cool thing about it. The product's all natural. Anyone can take it, from an infant to a senior. It doesn't build up tolerance in the body nor stay in the body. It's actually there for about 6 to 8 hours, and then you flush it out. So, I get asked all the time, once I take it, do I continue to take it? Think about that. I just said it doesn't build up in the body. You don't want it to build up in the body. It's just a maintenance product. It goes in, grabs what it needs to grab, gets flushed out. But what's amazing about it is, and I tell people, you don't have to take it tomorrow, the next day, as long as you don't have anything else attacking your body. So if you can not breathe, not drink water, not take showers, not do those things, then no, you don't need to take it. But if there was a product out there that was all natural, caused no harm, anybody could take it, and its whole effective use was to grab heavy metals out of the body and get rid of them so that the body could repair itself and you could have benefits from whatever you do. Guys, whether that's cleaner eating, whether that's that CoQ10 product, that multivitamin, that protein powder, whatever it is, if you are getting rid of the things that are bogging your system and your body down, how much better are those things going to work? You want to talk about really healing the body and creating an opportunity for the body to repair itself? Well, you got to have some way to eliminate the things that are harming the body first. So that's what that product's designed to do. And you can Google it. Zeolites have been around for a while. It's just the way in which these work that makes them that much more important. I've already talked about heavy metals, things like black mold, inflammation. All these things that you see on this page are things that you will benefit from this product. I've talked about how it works. Who can use it? Anyone can. Children, seniors, pets, you name it, they can use it. Are there any side effects other than detoxifying products pull heavy metals? Other than that, there is no negative. Some people will experience, think about it now, if your body has a lot of toxicity and as you're getting rid of that, it's a detox process. It's very mild. You don't necessarily have symptoms from it, but some people do. So if you follow the instructions that Rick Deitch has laid out on the video, then I will assure you that the benefits of this will be way better than anything you can imagine. Detox dose, it's different for people because people are different. Body types are different. But the detox dose is 10 drops 4 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner before bed. Maintenance dose after that first month is 10 drops twice a day, breakfast and dinner, just like I explained to you a minute ago. Once the bad stuff's out, now we step to restore, because what are we trying to do? We want to restore the body. We want to get it back to its optimal operating state. And the main thing that you need to put into the body is what so many people talk about, and that are simply the nutrients. And we used to talk about, when I was a kid, nutrients coming from our food sources. Things that were grown had nutrients in them, and we ate them, and that's how we fed our bodies. Unfortunately, today we know that that's not the case because of all the pesticides, hormones, all that craziness that's injected into our food, and the fact that the soil has been depleted of its nutrients. We found a way to, in the same kind of delivery system as our detox, to give you all the essential minerals and trace elements that your body needs to live. And that's through our product called Restore. If you do nothing else, folks, these 2 products are the most important products you will ever take in your life if you're trying to eliminate toxicity and get the body back the nutrients it needs to function. This is what most people call Mother Nature's superfood. Our products come from God's green earth. They're all natural. There are no synthetic anything in our products. And what that does is that allows me to tell you that there's probably not a conflict with anything else people are taking. And what's even more important is anybody can take them. So it's 92 bioavailable ionic minerals. It's Mother Nature's superfood. It's a phytoplankton. It comes from the bottom of the ocean. The first time you take it, you will recognize that's where it comes from. And what it does, and it restores, features a concentrated blend of 92 ionic minerals and trace elements. You can see them there on that next page. Marine phytoplankton, it's a whole food source that naturally features a full spectrum of amino acid, trace minerals, vitamins, enzymes, micronutrients, essential fatty acids, and antioxidants. Here's the cool thing about it. Is it sexy? No. But if you just sit back in your chair right there where you're sitting and think about it for a second, I'm aging. The things that are causing me to age are toxins and inflammation. So if I could eliminate those, could my body and would I feel better without taking any other products? The answer is yes. Then if I just gave my body the thing that it needed the most, not some latest, greatest fad thing, just what Mother Nature and God created the body to need. If I could just give it that, would I start to feel better? The answer is probably yes. Then once you create that platform, now anything I add, is it going to benefit me more? Whether it's our products or somebody else's products, it is irrelevant. If you don't attack wellness from this kind of a mindset, all you're doing is maybe affecting a symptom for a period of time. You're not really creating a platform for a healthier body. Why Restore is necessary, there you can see that. You can get all this on our website. I won't keep everybody here. The benefits of it: body acid-based pH, electrolytes, healthy immune system, all benefits of these products. Who can use Restore? Everyone. Everyone. Seniors, children, babies, animals, birds, and plants. Here was where this story stopped me in my tracks, is when I understood the amount of toxicity that my body had been under for 50 plus years. And nobody had ever educated me to this or had given me a path, a natural path, by the way, that I could begin to eliminate that on an ongoing basis, and therefore feel better and potentially affect the aging process and the illness process. The gentleman looked at me and I said, I had no idea. I didn't know this. And he looked at me and he said, okay, so knowing what you know today, you have young children. Is there any way humanly possible as a parent, you're not going to give an all natural, completely safe product that does what these two products do to your children so that they don't walk through the potential landmines that you walk through from a health and wellness standpoint? And I looked at him and said, absolutely not. There's no way humanly possible, knowing that these products exist, that I would not give it to them. Therein lies the reason that we created, the second part of the reason why we created this company and our strategy around the products that we have. They're real, folks. They're all natural and they're real. So let me give you the third product in our Restore, which I will tell you that not everybody needs to take. This is RegenX. It is what I would call an HGH booster. What it's designed to do is to, as you age, your body stops producing HGH, which is human growth hormone. As a young adult, as a young person and a young adult, your body produces all you need. But as your body stops to produce HGH, you can tell the onset of aging. So when you're in your 40s and 50s, women will see it in things like menopause, hot flashes. Men will see it in upper abdominal fat, in the upper belly, not down low, up high, and you won't understand where it comes from, and you can't figure out how to get rid of it. That's what this product is designed to benefit people in. So this is not one that everybody needs to take, although there's effectively no harm because it's all natural. There's no synthetics, but it's just designed to almost trick the body into beginning to produce more of its own HGH. And it has a lot of secondary ingredients that by default help with some of those things that I just talked about. Low energy and fatigue, decreased strength and stamina, hormonal changes, menopause, unexplained weight gain, all benefits that this product will help with. Who should use RegenX? I already talked to healthy adults who are looking to naturally boost their HGH production, basically. Is RegenX all natural? Yes. While other manufacturers of HGH use synthetic ingredients, we do not. Just so you're clear on that. And then we give you a little description of how to use it and how to apply. It's very important to understand that. Finally, the third phase of our process is to protect the body. This is a two-pronged attack. Number one, we're not a CBD company, although we have a portfolio of CBD products. They are designed as a portfolio product. In other words, what that means is they have a specific function inside of our core strategy. So once we get rid of the bad stuff, we make way for the good, we begin to put the good stuff in, then we want to protect the body. So we're looking for things that fight inflammation and other things. And one of the best inflammation fighters, all natural from God's green earth, plant-based, is something called CBD. All right. The important part for you guys to know that our CBD products are THC free. In other words, we've taken the sin out of the bottle. All right. We do not have THC. The benefit of that for you from a standpoint of joining our company is, one, the timing of our company. Number two is that CBD, the downside of it is this: it's been demonized for so long because it's associated with the marijuana and the hallucinogenic side of marijuana, is that science has only begun to understand and develop the things that this product can benefit people by. We already know that it helps with stress and anxiety and PTSD. We know that it has other benefits when it comes to seizures and things like that. That's all been demonstrated. But there are ongoing now clinical studies with certain diseases that I think over the next year or two, you're going to begin to see really the benefit of CBD. It's an absolute crime that this product has been villainized for so long, but it's a blessing that it is now becoming more mainstream. People are beginning to understand the benefits of it. And what's even more important, folks, is for you, you're getting to be a part of a company that is growing like we are, but still early stage, that has a product offering called CBD that isn't specifically solely CBD. So the strategy works even better, but you're in front of what will be a multi-billion-dollar industry over time. So it's like the perfect storm coming together business-wise for you. I won't talk about this page because you can go Google that. What I will talk to you about is our strategy, and that's simple. We want CBD into people's bodies because of the benefits of CBD. We understand that not everybody is the same. So some people don't like oil, some people like gummies, some people like bath bombs, some people like creams. So all we decided to do was create a broad spectrum 750 milligrams CBD product, the best you could possibly create, and deliver it to you in whatever format you want to take it in. All right. So it's 100% organic hemp. It's 100% THC free. There's no GMO. It's vegan and gluten free. And what you see are just the different delivery. So you see a CBD tincture, which is the oil, simply like all of our other products, in a dropper underneath your tongue, absorbs into the body. For the people that don't like that, I personally don't like oil. I love our gummies. The challenge for me is I want to eat too many of them, like a lot of people do, and it can get expensive. But you could take 1 or 2 gummies twice a day and have the same benefit as you have from the tincture. And for me, it's a much better way to take CBD. Another way is our bath bombs. Just drop a bath bomb in a bath at night, sit down in it. 100 milligrams per bath bomb gets absorbed into the body, has anti-inflammatory, de-stress, all those things that you would associate that with. 2 creams. Again, guys, we have spent the last 3 months taking these products, and just thanks to our members who have been great insights to creating as natural products that we can with the absolute best ingredients. So when you look at our gummies, you're going to find out that there's none of the negative ingredients that you'll find in most gummies. And the same thing with our creams. One's a face cream that's a moisturizing cream infused with CBD, and the other one is a pain cream, a numbing cream that also has CBD. So you get the benefits of taking the pain away, and you get the added benefit of the anti-inflammatory piece. I will tell you this is that if you haven't tried the Dream product, I would definitely try it. And I would also plug into our Instagram and Facebook page, because what you're going to hear about over the next few weeks with the potential for melatonin to be beneficial as an antiviral product is going to become very, very prevalent in conversations here shortly. We have a product called Dream that is melatonin and CBD oil. It's an amazing sleep product. To give you an idea, we have a doctor whose wife is a sleep doctor. That's her profession. That's her specialty. And she has begun to use our product on some of her hardest case patients, helping them with their sleep. People that haven't slept through the night in years are beginning to sleep through the night. And the cool thing about it, like everybody recognizes, is you don't wake up with that hangover, groggy feeling that most sleep products cause. So it's just an amazing, amazing product. You all know the benefits. I don't need to highlight those from a standpoint of anxiety, depression, relaxation, well-being, pain, inflammation. All of that stuff, self-explanatory. You can get that on the website. So what I'm trying to do, guys, is just get this done in an amount of time that makes sense to you. And so what we've done is hit all the highlights and hopefully given you a little bit of a strategic view of why we created certain things the way we did. What I would advise you to do is take what you learned tonight, get back with whoever your upline is or people that you're plugged into, get any questions answered, plug into the trainings that go on daily inside the teams, as well as the weekly trainings that come on from corporate. Stay plugged into the Facebook pages. All of that stuff will benefit you in doing this. At the end of the day, what I will tell you is that we created this company to be a different company, be a better company. And in an effort to be extremely transparent, we want to leave a legacy. We want to be a part of changing this industry that we love, that's affected so many people in a positive way. But unfortunately, like any industry, people take advantage of it. This is not for us about anything other than creating a company based on principles that we believe in. And some people will call them biblical principles, kingdom principles. We just believe that you treat people the way you want to be treated, and you do what you say you're going to do, and you do it as honestly and transparently as you can. And when you do that and you understand that you're creating a company not to use as your own personal ATM, but to create a company where people are really better off because it existed, and you want to leave a legacy for people. And if that aligns with where you're going, that should be the message that you're telling people. This is not about brand recognition for us. The only brand recognition we want is as many possible people that we can find paying off debt, paying off credit cards, paying down student loans, creating residual secondary streams of income that can become savings accounts for days like what has happened to us in the last few weeks, where an unexpected event happens and all of a sudden that main deal that you think is secure is gone. And without a secondary backup plan, you have nothing. And so that's simply what this was created to do, to help people get to wherever they want to go from wherever they are, and to be a company that just performs in a way that's ethical and better, so that it looks like the parking lot of Chick-fil-A on any given day versus the parking lot of all those other fast food chains. We create a safe, inclusive community that people want to be a part of because they see that it is transparent. Therefore, they can let their guards down and trust the fact that the company's not going to take advantage of them. And that's ultimately our only goal. We want to see people win. We want to see people win at a level that they've never won here before. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. I appreciate you. Resources page in your back office will give you a lot more information. Get plugged into the videos and the trainings. God bless you. Be safe. Stay healthy. And I know at one point in the day, guys, this is just a season. This too shall pass. So God bless you, and thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate it.